The machining extension, it just really opens up a lot of added features that we use, like doing really advanced stuff. In the beginning, we kind of held off on purchasing it because, we weren't really sure what all those features did. Once we got into using them and seeing like how powerful they were and, the time savings that they provide, it was really clear that that extension was worth its weight in gold.
When everyone thinks of Pittsburgh, they think of this blue-collar steel town, traditional, old, dirty manufacturing. The people who haven't been in Pittsburgh for a while or ever don't know how much things have changed. We work with engineers that are trying to achieve very complex goals and make very advanced mechanical assemblies and components. What used to take a very long time to figure out, because they might have to go get a piece of material and start machining it to actually give that feedback. Now we can virtually simulate so much of that. And one of the big ways we do that is as soon as they come to us with the problem, we load it into Fusion 360 and we pull it up and we can right away start looking at geometries, measuring different aspects of it, making slight changes or starting to put it in our machines and see how it'll fit and how feasible it is and start giving them feedback right away. And what's really important about us having these kind of advanced tools for what we're doing is we can be so much more agile than what manufacturing used to be known as.
A traditional job shop has few programmers and a lot of operators, so they do, they program a handful of parts a week. We program a handful of parts a day.
The machining extension, it has collision avoidance and full 5-axis moves and everything like that, so it can really do some really advanced stuff on the CNCs with like the steep and shallow tool path, which is extremely powerful.
So right now this machine's doing our part alignment on this casting that I spoke about. Typically that would involve like a lot of shimming the part and finding it and making it really flat, and it takes hours a lot of times. It's really stressful. With Fusion 360, the probe does all that work. So it's a huge cost savings.
We know everyone's on a tight timeline, and we make sure we're using the most cutting edge tools we can. And that's why we're using Fusion 360. We can usually pass it from the shop floor to sales to even QC looks at it. And it really embodies the whole agile movement that's in engineering and such a buzzword in that industry. No one really thinks of it when they think of manufacturing. It was always the old waterfall methodology, but things are changing pretty quickly, and that's thanks to the advanced softwares that we have, like Fusion 360, that we have access to now.